evening. I'm Bobby Oliveira. Welcome to a very busy Genesee Street on Saturday night here at First Source Credit Union. Gee, why am I at First Source Credit Union? Oh, it has to do with the downtown hospital. If you paid attention to social media this week, Brett Truett took a copy of a check for $100,000 and he posted that. And then he did something really weird that I've never seen before. He posted the copy of the receipt from First Source Credit Union when he deposited the check. Now, I've been a fundraiser, I've been a director of fundraising, I've been a treasurer, I've been a field director, I've been a campaign manager, and I've been a candidate. I have never outed my bank before, but Brett Truett decided to do that on behalf of No Hospital Downtown. The question we have tonight, and we're not going to get all over the top and crazy about it. No one's going to ask you to pull your money on a First Source Credit Union. They're a great bank. They got great employees. Ironically, I was with one of them this morning. They're fantastic people. All we want to ask First Source to do is look in the mirror and decide whether they want to do business with No Hospital Downtown or not. Now, that question may already be decided. See, if this is a campaign finance violation, which I believe it is, and I filed, then, well, First Source Credit Union has it in their structure and their terms of service that they can't do business with someone doing something illegal. But let's think about this for a minute. There should be no question that here we need new hospitals. Currently, we have infection issues. Currently, we have problems getting people from room to room for procedures. Currently, the whole system is not working well, and we can do better. Now, the opponents of the downtown plan will cite St. Luke's. There's only a couple of problems. Number one, the remediation issues at St. Luke's make it almost impossible to get it done within budget. And number two, there really isn't a budget for St. Luke's. So there's no money to get it done there. They just use that as a distraction. The other thing to take a look at is when the hospital opponents say that, oh, it's about downtown businesses. You and I have both worked downtown. What we should look at is who No Hospital Downtown has made friends with. See, it shouldn't surprise you that Brett Truett would take $100,000 that he could have used on, oh, I don't know, homelessness, addiction, mental illness, hunger. Heck, for another $30,000, he could have had sex with Stormy Daniels. And he decided to put it into this cause because that's the way people like he like to think. He knows better than the rest of us, so he's going to take this $100,000 and try to steer the community that way. No, that's not right. But let's go a little deeper. Who is No Hospitals Downtown's best friend? Reclaim New York. Who was Reclaim New York founded by? Steve Bannon. Yeah, that's Steve Bannon, the guy in the White House, the guy with Breitbart who tried to help out Paul Manafort in the Ukraine, the guy who runs Nazi rallies. That's Steve Bannon started Reclaim New York. So Reclaim New York says it's about the money. It's not. It's about hating on black and brown people. And if No Hospital Downtown was really concerned about businesses, they would have gone and found a pro-business organization, not a racially charged one. So does First Source Credit Union want to be in bed with white nationalists? I don't know if that's what they want to do. Their mission statement says, well, here's their advertisement. You're first. Well, who's first? Is it the you're first? Or is Brett Truett and his $100,000 and his white nationalist friends first? See, that's what we have to decide. Now, No Hospital Downtown, in response to the white nationalist charge, will tell you, well, we hang out with Larry Sharpe. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, you've been busy, we're all busy. Larry Sharpe is the Libertarian candidate for governor, and he is an African American. But there's a weird thing about Larry. When you go through his followers list on Twitter or Facebook or other forms of social media, do you know what you find? Pepe the Frog, white power symbols, and chants of blood and soil. So every day, Larry Sharpe gets up and looks at the people who raised him, looks at the people who brought him up, looks at the people that he was ride or die with, and rejects them so he can go chase these alt-right folks to get some votes. Is that the kind of relationship First Source Credit Union wants to have? I don't think so. Now, no one's going to yell and scream at First Source. We just want them to look in the mirror and think about their customer. You and I both know that for the tellers at First Source, there's probably a favorite customer. She's probably in her early 60s. She probably brings candy or pastries every now and then. She probably stops by to get cash because she goes to a bakery where that's all they take, or she's going to buy a birthday present. And in fact, the cashiers probably don't even use her real name. The tellers probably call her Aunt. But think about Auntie's life. Maybe Auntie's ancestors were victims of discrimination. Maybe one of Auntie's nephews or nieces has a problem with depression. Maybe Auntie's got a brother-in-law that at one point or another had a problem with addiction. Maybe Auntie's getting to a point where she needs tests all the time too, and she wants a convenient hospital to go to. Now, I don't have to get into why, and I'm not going to give this up, but the employees at First Source, just by where they're located, see folks in mental illness and addiction every day. Every day they're here on their travels because of where this credit union is located. Does First Source really want to slap them in the face and say, no, we decided to hang out with the no hospital downtown people? Yes, I suppose some days you could see folks here on the sidewalk. I suppose at some point flyers could be handed out. But the most important thing is to get First Source to do the right thing on its own. Not because we do something heavy-handed. Heavy-handed is for other stuff. Like when I want to stop one of those housing projects I don't like. And you know I'm good at that. No, this is about getting First Source to look in the mirror on a daily basis and say, do we really want to be in business with no hospital downtown? And if they can't think of any other reason to do it, maybe they should just do it fraud.